to Mostly True Stories with Dr. Juan Harrison, a series of feel-good, faith-based short stories from a Texan's perspective. Now here's Dr. Juan Harrison with today's story. Please enjoy.
I'm sure people get tired of my harping on the blessings in my life. But sometimes I feel like a certain famous person who tells Americans that we're going to win so much that we're going to get sick of winning. I read about some guy recently winning 2 different lotteries almost back to back. I think I'd check this guy out for having an inside track or at least a 4-leaf clover in his pocket. Just kidding, but can you imagine that? In me, you're looking at a guy whose biggest prize he ever won was an evergreen feed cap at a livestock show. Don't buy me a scratch-off. And my wife's a different story. She's got the touch. Maybe I actually do, since I found my wife at a Ranger ball game. Maybe it's because I've had the opportunity to walk among the refugee camps and the hordes of begging kids surrounding me in places like Lebanon where you could hardly breathe due to the stench of burning garbage. Maybe it was spending time in countries where even getting basic necessities were not a given. Before long, you almost get paranoid wondering if you'll ever get back home to good old normal USA. Back then, I hit the States at the end of the Vietnam era and was greeted by gas shortages and long lines. Somehow, as I picked my car up from the ship in the New Jersey harbor, I didn't even mind it because I was home again. The sound of the word made me smile. I couldn't get enough hamburgers and French fries and real Coke and milkshakes. I didn't even mind stopping here for 10 gallons of gas and there for 5. At least I could afford to buy it. That wasn't always true in places that I lived before. Now, after years of being gone from home, I stopped off to see my mom on the way to a job. I got a different job. I got a wife. I got a life I never dreamed of or planned on. I think they call it putting down roots. It's a mixture of debts and promises to pay. It's building a name and leaving a legacy. It's finding a steeple with other sinners under it who know that they too have been blessed and forgiven. It's finding old and new friends to enrich your life and comfort you and yours in death. It's a sense of belonging, even when you get older and you think no one remembers you, and they do. The funeral may be small, but the impact you leave is great. I always told my coworkers and students over the years to make it their goal to be irreplaceable. Call it job security. Do everything and anything you can to make the place a success. They will soon realize you're too valuable to let go. An old cowboy friend of mine once told me, when you look back and you see the trail you rode, does it make you smile to think of the stops along the way and the blessings you shared? If you can, congratulations on a life well lived. And if you can't, get busy on it. I say better late than never. This is Dr. Juan Harrison, and this has been a selection from my series, The Mostly True Stories of Dr. Juan Harrison. Find me on Facebook and my books on Amazon.com.